Hello everyone, my name is Prajakta and welcome to my channel Tutorial Times by KU. Today we will understand what are the various data types and predicates in LISP with their purpose. So the first point is predicates. So predicates are basically functions that test their arguments for some specific condition. So it will either return a nil value or a non-nil value. Now first we will understand what do you mean by a nil. So the symbol nil is used to represent either a empty list or a false value. This we can see using an example. Again, next point is what is PRI in LISP. So this we will use in the example. So we will understand what do you mean by PRI. So PRI will always output a new line to the output stream. So when you will use this in the program, you will get a new line. Some examples of predicates. So the first predicate is atom. So first we will understand what do you mean by atom. An atom is a number or string of characters. So it can be numbers or special characters also. Example, name 1 2 3 4 5 or n star symbol, welcome, and again a star symbol. Now we will see how to use the atom predicate. Now atom predicate will take one argument and it will return true if the given argument is an atom, or it will return nil otherwise. Example, here we will always use a write function because we want the output either true or false to be printed. Either true will be printed or nil will be printed on the output stream. So write in bracket atom predicate and we will provide a value ABCD. Again PRI function, and when we will run this program we will get the output true because ABCD is a valid atom. Now second predicate is equal. Now this predicate will take two arguments and it will test the arguments, and if they are structurally equal you will get a true value or you will get a nil otherwise. Again program write equal, two values provided a and b and the new line function. So your output is nil because a and b are not structurally equal. Now the third predicate is EQ. Here also it will take two arguments and it will return true if they are identical objects sharing the same memory location, or it will print a nil otherwise. Example, write EQ 3 3.0 and again the TER function. Here 3 is a integer and 3.0 is a float value. Okay, so both are not same, so it will always return a nil value. Now the fourth function is EQL. It takes two arguments and it will return true if the arguments are equal or if they are numbers of the same type, that is data type, with the same value, or if they are character objects that represent the same character, or you will get a nil value. Example, write EQ 3.0 3.0 PRI. The output is true because both are floating point numbers with the same value. Next predicate is even p. Now this will take only one numeric argument, and if it is a even value you will get the answer as true, otherwise you will get a nil value. Write even p value 10. So 10 is a even number, you will get the answer as true. The opposite to even is odd p. Here also one numeric argument and it will return a true value if the number is odd. So we will see the example, write odd p 11. Here 11 is a odd number, so we will get the answer as true. Next predicate is 0p. Now it will take a one numeric argument and it will return true if the value is 0 or nil otherwise. Now we have provided with an example, write 0p, 0.000 and last digit was 1. So it is not a 0 value, so the answer will be nil. Next predicate is null. It will take one argument and return true if it is a nil value, and it will return nil if your answer is false. So write null and the parameter is nil. Now it is true, so you will get the true. Next predicate is list p. It takes one argument and returns true if the argument is a list. Now list can be like an array with some values. So here if it is a list, you can get a true value, and if it is not a list, you will get a nil value. Write list p, list 1, 2. So here list value provided is a list with two values 1 and 2. So we will get a true value. Next predicate is greater p. It will either take two or more parameters, that is arguments, and return true if either there is a single argument or the arguments are successively larger from left to right, or you will get a nil answer otherwise. Write char greater p. Values provided are c, b and a, where hash and 1 are given before them. Now c is greater than b and b is greater than a. So your answer will be true. Now again less p. The opposite to greater p is the less p. Here also we have provided with three arguments a, b, c, where a is less than b and b is less than c. So the answer provided is true. Now the next predicate is number p. It will take one argument and it will return true if the argument is number, or you will get a nil answer otherwise. Write number p 54. Now 54 is a number, so you will get the answer as true. Next one is symbol p. Now here we will see what do you mean by a symbol. A symbol is a name that represents a data object, and the symbols will always have a property list. For example, if we will consider a object person, so a person will have name, he will have address, he will have height, weight. Okay, these are the properties. So if the given value is a symbol, you will get a true value in this case, and if it is not a symbol, then you will get a nil. Next one is integer p. This will also take a one argument and it will be true if that argument is a integer, or you will get a nil if it is not an integer. Next one is rational p. Here again one argument. If the given number is a rational number, you will get a true value, and if it is not a rational number, you will get a nil value. Next function float p. In this case, if the provided number is a floating point number, that is a number with a dot decimal point. Example, we have taken 54.5. So it is a floating point number. So we have got the answer as true. Next one is real p. Now the given number, if it is a real number, you will get the answer true, and if it is not a real number, you will get the answer as nil. Now next one is complex p. Now if the given number is a complex number, you will get the answer as true, and if it is not a complex number, you will get the answer as nil. In the same way, character p, if the given value is a character, you will get the answer true or a nil otherwise. String p, if the value provided is a string. String means what? Number of characters provided, like a name, person name. If the provided characters are a string, then you will get the answer as true, or you will get a nil otherwise. Next one, if it array P, if the argument provided is an array, you will get the answer true or a nil otherwise. And the last one is package P. So if you give the argument as a package, you will get the answer true or a nil otherwise. Now from 19 to 22, these examples cannot be given in single line. There are programs that are associated with each of the examples. So if you want to see them in detail, I can give a separate video for this. Now we will go to the LIST data types. So data types can be characterized as scalar types or data structures. Scalars means number, then characters and symbols. Data structures means big data types where number of, for example, list, vectors, bit vectors and strings. So there is a function, type of function, which returns the data type of the provided object. So we will take an example. If we have defined a variable x as 10, now we will see what is the data type of this variable. So we will use the print function, print type of and space x. So the answer will be integer because 10 is a integer value. So you can change the value of x and you can see what you will get the type of that object. Now this is all about data types and predicates. To provide any suggestions or questions, you can please click on the following link. Please press the like button and you can subscribe the channel for more videos. Also you can give feedback questions using the link provided. Thank you.